into our evening of Top Rope Championship Wrestling.
Just the beginning of some good things to come here tonight.
Our next match will be set up momentarily. We have Nick Nog versus Bart Millwood this evening. And let's throw it over to our ring announcer for this evening.
Tonight, we're going to introduce to you a future World Wrestling Federation star. This young man is only 16 years old. Right now, we are presenting him with this award. He is the son of Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog. Ladies and gentlemen, the Top Rope Championship Wrestling Top Canadian Prospect Award goes. And let's give him a big Brandon welcome to Harry Bulldog Smith.
A big round of applause here for Harry Bulldog Smith, the 16-year-old.
Speaking in front of the audience, but on behalf of Top Rope Championship Wrestling, I would like you to accept this award on behalf of the people of Manitoba, Top Rope Championship Wrestling. There you go, sir, and if you could maybe say a few words to the fans here of Manitoba.
Harry Smith saying a few words for us this evening. Seems that he's truly taken aback tonight, Trevor, with this award. We seem to have a bit of music playing in the background. I've got a feeling that
we're going to see a little bit of an interruption here, perhaps.
Speech
Sorry, this is the Crimson Sheik.
The Crimson,
you know, it's a great honor
Sheik joining us here.
to get
Harry
this
Smith
award,
say a
but
few
who's
words.
this guy? Who is this guy? Why is he out here?
I don't know. This man has no business in here. You're wrestling later in the show. You have no business in there. I'm sorry, Harry. This is an embarrassment on behalf of all Manitobans. This man should not be a Sheik of...
We should also mention here that
Shut
the
your
Crimson
mouth,
Sheik
fat
has brought in
Everybody
a
knows
wicker
that
stick, one of those Hindu sticks, very lethal if used improperly.
Is number one Crimson Sheik. And if anybody has something to say about who is top rookie prospect in the world, it should be
The Crimson Sheik seems to have
not
problems
some
keeping
guy
his
from
saliva in his
Calgary.
mouth. Quite a
Just
shower, I would say there,
because
Trevor
he
Ray.
has a famous WWF father.
Well,
I know who is the top prospect.
whether he likes it or not,
from Canada.
I think this award is going to Harry Smith and not the Crimson
Come
Sheik.
out
Well,
here.
that's sure. It seems that
Ryan
Davey
Wood.
Boy Smith, the British
Now
Bulldog's
Harry
son,
Smith,
Harry
you
Smith
see,
here in the
and
ring
all
in the
people
blue
will
shirt
see
seems to be
my
quite
top
alarmed
prospect.
and
What do we have here now?
quite out of sorts.
They're right here. Come on, show yourself in the ring right now.
Seems that
Now
Harry
we
Smith
will
becoming
see.
quickly outnumbered here by
Now we will
the
see.
heinous henchman.
You have taken my offense from coming into Manitoba, all the way from Calgary, Alberta. These two men, Ryan Wood, Rob Stardom, hardcore icon. These are the men who you should be giving an award for top prospect in the world.
Crimson Sheik.
You know what, Harry Smith? You're definitely not a top prospect. We're the top prospects. And the reason why?
You know, you guys better remember
Because we're better
that
than
little
you.
Harry's dad is in the house tonight.
Oh, and there we go. The Crimson Sheik using that bamboo stick. The ring bell being rung. Harry Smith taking quite a beating. Unbelievable. This
It's a disgrace. This is...
disappointing. Very disappointing. And out of nowhere,
There it is.
Davey Boy
You had to know it was coming.
Bulldog. Big Daddy coming in with the big save on Harry Smith.
Our first
Absolutely disgusting. Let's be quiet here for a moment.
You want to jump my son when he's getting the award?
you butt blimp.
A very wise observation by Davey Boy Smith, Crimson Sheik, not, of course, the fittest
He's
man
not
in the
fat,
world.
he's just big. Well, it's going to be me.
You had to know
and
that
my
was going to
son,
happen.
Harry Smith against you two in the main event.
You heard it
And
here
you know
first.
what? You're
Stardom,
he's
Red Hot
grass,
Ryan Wood
and I'm going to smoke it.
versus Harry Smith and his father, his daddy, his protege, the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. Tonight, our main event just announced a few seconds ago for Top Rope Championship Wrestling here on WCG TV. One of my wrestling idols, I guess you would say, when I was a younger child there, Trevor Ray. Davey Boy Smith, of course, at one time a part of the Hart Foundation with Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and of course one of the all-time favorites and one of the all-time greats, Brett.
We'll
the
be out here
Hitman
later.
Hart.
Brandon, we're going to kick some ass.
Oh, you heard it
Hey,
here
now,
first.
I think we have a fan favorite here on our hands all of a sudden. If he wasn't already.
Do we ever?
I
British
think we're gonna-
Bulldog. A fan favorite here in Brandon. You heard it here. He is going to kick some serious butt with his son, Harry Smith, the Top Rope Championship Wrestling top Canadian prospect. Unfortunately, this evening, Harry Smith's ceremony cut short by the gruesome threesome of the Crimson Sheik and Rugged Rob Stardom and Red Hot Ryan Wood. Back to our ring announcer.
But he's here.
Welcome back to the amphitheater here at the Keystone Center in the wonderful Wheat City. I'm Chris Sumner, my co-commentator this evening, Trevor Ray, and we've seen some amazing action tonight for Top Rope Championship Wrestling. We're only a few moments away from our big match. Of course, let's take you back to the beginning of the evening. Harry Smith, the young 16-year-old son of the British Bulldog, was decimated, destroyed by the Crimson Sheik and his pals, as he likes to call them, Rugged Rob Stardom and Red Hot Ryan Wood.
They kind of stole young Harry's thunder there, but now it comes down to this final match in the ring. Harry Smith will have a chance to redeem himself in some sort of way, although we won't see the Crimson Sheik this time around. He will be going up against Rugged Rob Stardom and Red Hot Ryan Wood, along with, of course, his father, the one and only British Bulldog. So
now, one thing I should add here, Trevor, is that that can-do stick came in quite handy for the Crimson Sheik earlier on this evening. Now, the Crimson Sheik, when he accidentally shoved you off to your bathroom break earlier on this evening, mentioned that he was just merely trying to swat away a fly or possibly a small bird from the back of Harry Smith, but I highly doubt that.
Perhaps we haven't seen the last of the Crimson Sheik here. You know, he's probably still in the building here somewhere. And
Exactly. Once again,
that stick might come out
for sure. Once again, let's throw it to our ring announcer for our final match of the evening of TRCW Wrestling at the amphitheater in the Keystone Center.
It will be tag team competition. Introducing your first team. Ladies and gentlemen, they are mentored by the Crimson Sheik. Introducing, at a combined weight of 378 pounds, Rugged Rob Stardom and Red Hot Ryan Wood.
Absolutely decimate and ravage opponents.
what's he doing down here again?
Now, of course, earlier on this evening, Harry Smith was to receive the top Canadian Prospect Award from the TRCW Wrestling Federation. Now, unfortunately, that is when the Crimson Sheik decided to break up the party with that can-do stick and introduce his top Canadian prospects, Rob Stardom and Red Hot Ryan Wood. Once again, the Crimson Sheik is gracing the ring, I guess you could say, well over 300 pounds, and of course, you would think a man over 300 pounds would not need the help of a foreign object there, Trevor Ray. But like I mentioned several times, the can-do stick has come down, and let's listen in to the Crimson Sheik.
With one move, I take my two men, and suddenly they are in the main event with Davey Boy Smith. You people don't know what a true bride is.
Once again, the Crimson Sheik throwing some inflammatory remarks at our crowd here, a near-capacity crowd here.
Brandon,
at
Manitoba, let's raise the roof as we introduce the fastest rising young star in Western Canada.
Okay, short streak this time. He's gonna let the boys do
and
their
the
bit.
spectacular Davey Boy Smith, the British.
Evening, as soon as the cavalry arrived, the Crimson Sheik and his pals have quickly exited the TRCW ring, Trevor Ray.
Yes, as soon as the British Bulldog comes into the picture, I think a little bit of fear shoots through the body of the Crimson Sheik there, but he may be able to deal with young Harry Smith, but when the British Bulldog comes out, it's a different.
Us tonight on WCG TV, my co-host Trevor Ray and I'm Chris Sumner, and our main event just about ready to get underway between the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, and his young 16-year-old son, Harry Smith, featuring once again the Crimson Sheik.
5 minutes effort on my part, and I make my two-man stars against British Bulldog. That is using your brain.
Oh, some very prophetic remarks from the Crimson Sheik, Trevor Ray. I almost thought for a second he was going to send you for another bathroom break. Of course, we have the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, a former WWF superstar, and his young 16-year-old son, Harry Smith, by the way, the top Canadian prospect in top rope championship wrestling. Harry Smith getting some cheers here tonight from our near-capacity crowd at the amphitheater of the Keystone Center. Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, in first. Of course, taking on rugged Rob Stardom and red-hot Ryan Wood. A quick throwdown there by Davey Boy Smith. The Crimson Sheik once again
He just won't go away, this Crimson Sheik.
Complaining that Davey Boy Smith somehow grabbed some hair. I don't think I saw that happen there, Trevor Ray, but you know, it could have happened. And once again, the cheating of the Crimson Sheik and his pals Rob Stardom and Ryan Wood doesn't seem to be happening or helping, though, as the British Bulldog quickly
we've seen this before from Davey Boy Smith.
throwing into the Crimson
Take
Sheik.
that, Crimson Sheik, in your kendo stick.
And quickly, the ring has been vacated by some ICW members, and of course, the Crimson Sheik. Harry Smith and his dad in the corner, basically biding some time as the unfit and unhealthy cohorts of the Crimson Sheik gather themselves on the opposite side of the ring. Now they're actually calling for some sort of timeout. Of course, in wrestling, you get yourself a 10 count, and that's it, Trevor Ray. The match is over. I noticed that this kendo stick is still being prominently shown by the Crimson Sheik.
Somebody should really take that thing out of his hands, I'm telling you what. Crimson Sheik.
It seems that rugged Rob Stardom and red-hot Ryan Wood have got pumped up enough and are ready to actually get in the ring here with the young 16-year-old upstart, Harry Smith, of course. He would be the son of the British Bulldog.
And like you mentioned, definitely an up-and-comer here, young Harry Smith. And if he follows in the footsteps of his father, you know, he's going to be in for quite the career.
Oh, a very promising career in front of the young Harry Smith. Got some arm grappling going on here in the middle of the ring. Harry Smith now in a bit of a headlock. Going to try and wear down the large man, I would say well over 6 feet, 16-year-old Harry Smith is.
Yeah, that's the thing we have to remember. He's only 16 years old, so...
I wonder if there's a bit of a hockey career in the future for young Harry Smith. Maybe a top Canadian prospect for our very own Brandon Wheat Kings.
Oh, again, the Brandon Wheat Kings come back into the equation here.
Exactly. Of course, if you're just joining us tonight on WCG TV, the Brandon Wheat Kings, unfortunately, being the butt end of many jokes by the ICW cohorts, and of course, the despicable and outright disgusting Crimson Sheik.
Early on, that seemed to be the topic of discussion here was the Brandon Wheat Kings, but that has subsided somewhat. The Wheat City, though, on the wrong end of a few shots here from
Definitely
our
also
competitors
some
here
very
tonight.
disparaging remarks made about the males and females of our fine city, but hopefully that has come to an end for one night, and we'll bring you back to the action in the ring. The young 16-year-old Harry Smith doing some grappling in the ring, and a wonderful takedown there, but not for long as the young Harry Smith gets his competitor into a bit of a scissor squeeze. Looking for a bit of a submission hold here on the young Harry Smith. One of the Crimson Sheik's cohorts staunchly pointing out that if he quits, they win. Yes, of course, if they quit, you win.
It's usually the way it works, I think.
Usually the way it works, of course. The young Harry Smith using his immense power to overcome that headlock there. Doing some fancy arm moves, a takedown, and now putting a bit of a submission move in there on the shoulder. Bit of a kick to the head there. And there, of course, a low blow by the cohorts of the Crimson Sheik. I believe red-hot Ryan Wood now in the ring here, but quickly getting tossed around like a rag doll and a sack of potatoes by the young 16-year-old Harry Smith. Of course, the son of the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, who unfortunately has not been tagged in yet tonight, but the way Harry Smith is wrestling, he may not have to.
That's right, and I have a feeling we'll see a little bit of the British Bulldog here before too long, but Harry Smith doing a very fine job here.
By Harry Smith, red-hot Ryan Wood on his back.
16 years old, right?
Slow to get up. Bit of a reversal now by Mr. Wood. Trying to apply some pressure to that wrist lock there. Quickly reversed. And it looks like Ryan Wood could be going for a bit of a ride, but stops it. Harry Smith, Ryan Wood tangled up, and boom, a bit of a DDT. And of course, the Crimson Sheik quick to react. And we have a cover one. And of course, we have someone interfering from the Crimson Sheik side.
Came to see, and the British Bulldog gets his chance here after some nice moves by his young son, Harry Smith. And again, quickly, Harry Smith back into the ring here. A short stint of duty here for the British Bulldog.
Once again, we can see why Harry Smith was to receive that Top Canadian Prospects Award earlier on tonight, before the ceremony was interrupted by ICW and, of course, the Crimson Sheik.
Yes, he never really got the opportunity to enjoy his moment there with the award, but like we said, maybe he can make up for that somewhat here.
Rob Stardom interfering. Harry Smith in a bit of disbelief. He pretty much figured he had the 3 count there on red-hot Ryan
Pile
Wood.
driver here, possibly, there it is.
Huge jackknife by Harry Smith, and of course, more interference by the Crimson Sheik's cohorts. Some remarks being hurled at the Rob Stardom and Ryan Wood from our fans here at the amphitheater of the Keystone Center. The British Bulldog could be going for a bit of a pile driver, but no, it's some sort of maneuver I haven't actually seen before, Trevor Ray. And it seems that Rob Stardom is quickly trying to vacate the area, and of course, the Crimson Sheik is running away too with his tail between his legs.
Quite the glare there from the British Bulldog. He's still got his eyes on the Crimson Sheik here ringside.
Davey Boy has not taken his eyes off the Crimson Sheik or that can-do stick since that huge pile driver-like maneuver.
The can-do stick is still in play here, folks.
Harry Smith getting tagged in here in our main event of TRCW Wrestling. Kick to the side of the head by the young Harry Smith.
Maybe we might be seeing the passing of the baton here, if you will, tonight with young Harry Smith, the 16-year-old son of the British Bulldog.
Spinning heel kick there. Symbolically speaking, Trevor, you could be
British Bulldog
very
has
right.
been he's been doing this for a while, and I'm sure he's thrilled to be wrestling with his young son here and seeing him holding up so well.
Exactly.
And as we mentioned, looks like good things to come from Harry Smith in the sport of wrestling.
Exactly. Nice little suplex there by Rugged Rob Stardom. Only a 1 count. Harry Smith very quick to kick out of that maneuver. And into the corner, bit of a slam to the old turnbuckle there for Harry Smith. Bit of a double team now by Rob Stardom and Ryan Wood. A double elbow to the face of Harry Smith. Of course, we can only have one man in the ring, and a huge leg drop by Ryan Wood. 2 count and a kick by Harry Smith.
And of course, we can't forget about Rugged Rob Stardom and Red Hot Ryan Wood here. Worthy opponents of Harry Smith and the British Bulldog. We've spoken at great length about, of course, the British Bulldog, who everybody's here to see tonight, but 2 worthy opponents tonight in the Rugged Rob Stardom and Red Hot Ryan Wood.
This isn't a pushover match like some of our fans may have been thinking. Of course, with the many years of experience in the WWF and the WCW by the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith, you may think, you know what, this could be a quick match, but not seemingly so tonight with Rugged Rob Stardom and Red Hot Ryan Wood.
I think we know who the fan favorite is here tonight, but...
Now a quick change here by Rob Stardom and Ryan Wood. Now an arm bar or a submission hold of sort being applied after no tag. Unfortunately, the referee not noticing it. One of those tactics that the Crimson Sheik and his friends like to impose every once in a while. Not necessarily the most legal of tactics, but unfortunately, if the ref is back his turn, not much we can do about it.
And we see these athletes get away with that quite frequently here.
Harry Smith up into the ropes, going for a bit of a ride, but no, a great athletic maneuver. Picks him up, ties him up. 1, 2, and a kick out. Harry Smith just about ended. Oh, and a big kick to the face. This could be it. 2 count and the kick by Harry Smith.
Young Harry Smith might need a little dental work after that one.
He very well might. I hope there's someone in the house that could recommend a good dentist here in the Weed City, Trevor Ray.
But it's the Weed City. I don't know. According to the Crimson Sheik, there probably isn't a good dentist to be found in this.
No, probably not. But of course, that is according to the Crimson Sheik, and I wouldn't put much weight behind his words. Oh, going for a bit of a tie-up here. A 1, 2, and of course, more interference from the Crimson Sheik's cohorts. Davey Boy Smith getting quite distraught, wanting to help his 16-year-old son, Harry Smith, but the ref is there to block Davey Boy.
At the same time as the British Bulldog must be thrilled to be wrestling with his son here, it must be tough to see him on the wrong end of some pretty harsh blows at times, too.
I would think
that's still his son out there, we've got to remember.
Big splash just made by Ryan Wood. A 2 count and a kick out by Harry Smith. Like you were saying, Trevor, it would be extremely difficult for a father to see his son of only 16 years being beaten, bloodied, and to a pulp right in front of your very eyes and not being able to stop it. A big kick to the back. Unjustified there. Not necessary. Big kick to the kidneys of Harry Smith.
And not being beaten here by fellow 16-year-olds either here. These are grizzled veterans. They are guys that have been doing this for
big
quite
elbow.
some time. So
we've got a hook and a 2 count by Rugged Rob Stardom. Harry Smith kicked out after 2, but Trevor, I have to think, how much longer is Harry Smith going to be able to keep this up?
Yeah, he really needs to make a tag here and get the British Bulldog in there. He's been on the sidelines there for quite some time. He looks like he's jacked up and ready to go here. So I think he needs to get the British Bulldog in here, no question about it.
No question about it. Obviously, Harry Smith needs to tag out. 16 years old, yes, a young man, very athletic, but the kind of punishment he has taken so far this evening will quickly wear out a man of any age and any experience.
At the same time, it looks like Red Hot Ryan Wood is ready to go there too, and he is.
And the tag is made by Davey Boy Smith. And what do we have here? The ref, of course, didn't see the tag, and he's sending, and the can-do stick by the Crimson Sheik to the gut of Harry Smith. I told you that can-do stick would come back into play, and once again, the Crimson Sheik just showed us once again the heinousness of him.
Well, we've still got young Harry Smith in there. The opponents of these two young men have switched it up, and we have Red Hot Ryan Wood in the ring here after Rugged Rob Stardom had his turn with Harry Smith. So
right now,
change here for that team. The British Bulldog still waiting for his turn, though.
Exactly. Red Hood Ryan Wood applying some headlock pressure to the young upstart Harry Smith in hopes of wearing him down and maybe getting an upset pin over the top Canadian prospect of Top Rope Championship Wrestling. Oh, a nice little reverse maneuver and a count. Only two, but another reversal by Ryan Wood. Bit of a throw there.
He's got to make the tag right here.
This would be the point in the match where I would say that Harry Smith absolutely has to make the tag.
And the British Bulldog asking for it here. He knows it's time. He knows his son has to come out here, but he's not going to make the tag. Looks like he wants to keep going here, Chris.
He needs to get turned around or he could be in some serious trouble.
Meanwhile, back in the ring, it's Rugged Rob Stardom.
Couple of big rights to the side of Harry Smith's head. Harry Smith flat on his back right now, and Rugged Rob Stardom is going up, way and way across the ring, but nobody was home. 0, nothing. Harry Smith was able to get out of the way, and now he really needs to tag Davey.
He's right there. All he's got to do is
Smith.
reach out the hand. The British Bulldog desperately wants to get in there. And here it comes.
Red Hot Ryan Wood has been tagged in. Harry Smith still has not tagged out yet in this match.
A little bit of the inexperience.
Big throw, and this could be his opportunity. This could be it. Will Davey Boy be tagged in?
There it is. There it is. The British Bulldog back in the ring.
And he is looking for blood, and it doesn't matter who it's coming from.
And as luck would have it, it's a little bit of both of them.
All hell is starting to break loose in our ring here tonight in the amphitheater at the Keystone Center. Davey Boy Smith taking out the trash, if you will. Rugged Rob Stardom and Red Hot Ryan Wood just met minds, I guess you would say. Had a meeting of the minds. A double headbanger there, I guess you would call it. I don't know.
Headaches pursue.
Oh, and another meeting made. Harry Smith, big boot to the side of the head. And out on the ground for poor Red Hot Ryan Wood. And this could be it. Davey Boy Smith setting up for the patented power slam. And that could be all. Here we go, the cover. 1, 2, 3.
There it is.
That's it.